Well, thank you for your incredible leadership on this important issue, and I'm just very honored to be a co-sponsor of this legislation with you. This is the Washington Post article that ran on March 8th when this story first broke. And I want to read you a sentence talking about this travesty. The decision to grant him clemency has infuriated many female lawmakers and advocacy groups who said the outcome will discourage victims from reporting abuse. This is one male lawmaker who is outraged and continues to be outraged by the disconnect between the Pentagon's stated commitment to eliminating sexual assault in the military and outcomes like this that turn justice on its head and seem to provide due process only to the accused and their supervising officers. And that is why this bill is absolutely critical. Because due process is supposed to lead to consistent results for consistent crimes with consistent penalties. And what you have basically in this situation is a pardon that was granted after the jury trial before the appeals process ever took place. And unlike a pardon in civilian life, where the governor or president who makes that choice to ignore an outcome that has been determined by the courts and is then held accountable by the voters for the actions they take, these decisions are being made by a superior officer who has no accountability under the Uniform Code of Military Justice to the outcomes that they mandate. That is why the law needs to change, because we have ignored this problem for far too long. And it makes a mockery of the Pentagon's so-called zero tolerance policy on sexual assault in the military when outcomes like this are allowed to take place. And that is why I am lending my voice, and I am proud to join my colleagues in the House and Senate. One of the other things that infuriates me, Congresswoman, is you and I and the senators who are going to be involved in this hearing tomorrow were just out at the Pentagon getting a briefing from their experts on reducing and eliminating sexual assault in the military about all the extraordinary progress the Pentagon has made on this issue. And I'm talking about progress from a time when they used to use materials that actually said, ask her when she's sober, as a way of protecting women and men from military sexual assault. So this is completely inconsistent with what we were told was going to be happening as part of a strong commitment at the highest levels of the Pentagon. Congresswoman Speier and I have sat down with one-on-one meetings with the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, with former Secretary of Defense Panetta, and with the Army Chief of Staff. And we have passionately advocated for improvements in this system and have been assured at every step of the way that we are making the right steps to send the right messages up and down the chain of command that this is a problem that we believe needs to be addressed. This outcome, if it is allowed to stand, sends the exact opposite message of what the Pentagon's commitment truly is to eliminating military sexual assault, and that's why I'm proud to be a part of this.